Good morning. All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. Good morning. Good morning. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to share this practice with you. I hope it connects directly with something that you're looking for and you're able to make it your own. We'll start right here in a seated position today and just allow ourselves to settle in, just to settle in. If it's comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes. And initially, let's just start focusing on our breath. Not only just the feeling of the breath, but the sounds, with the sound of our breath. Just starting to bring us into the present moment. And as we think about our practice today, our body exists in the past. Everything that has led up to where we're at right now, our body is caught in the past, and our minds are typically caught up in the future. What our practice allows us to do today is bring those together into the present moment, connected by that breath, connected by the breath. So as we continue to breathe in and out, allow that connection of that breath, that sound of that breath, the feeling of the breath, the coolness and the warmth, to bring you right here into the present moment. And of all the tools that are available to us, yoga is just one of those things. It's one of those best tools that helps us to change our minds. Helps us to change our minds in terms of how we feel about our bodies. Okay, so if we can get a little bit more mindful about our practice and bring that mindfulness into our practice connected with breath, that allows us to focus our minds on treating our bodies with care and treating our bodies with appreciation and acceptance. That's really the only way that we can get into our yoga practice today, is with all of those. With all those connected, and just allowing ourselves to find that appreciation and that gratitude for where we're at right now in the present moment. Good. Let's transition our breath to what I call the breath of victory, or its an Ujjayi breath. So breathe in as deeply as you can through your nose if you're able. And then exhale out of your mouth with forced air like you're fogging up a window. Good. Let's do that again 4 more times. Inhale. And you can make that out breath nice and fast as well. Just let it go. Keep on going. Inhale. And surrender into that breath. And let it go. Now it is a warming breath pattern, but it has just this unique nature of allowing us to feel that sigh and that calming nature of that breath. Just allowing us to feel like we're just releasing things, like we're letting the air out of tires. Inhale and exhale. And then one more time. Inhale, nice and tall. And exhale and release it. And then we'll transition that breath to a 3-part even tempo. Inhale and exhale, either through the nose on the inhale and exhale, or through the mouth. Whatever's most comfortable for you to get that breath. Deepest inhale, longest exhale, even tempo either way. A balancing breath. And that breath that allows us to find that presence, allows us to find that peace. And as the saying goes, as long as we hone our breath, as long as we have control of our breath, no one and nothing can steal our peace. And with our breath, that allows our breath to bring peace to our mind, and to bring peace to our postures, and to bring peace to how we move our bodies today. Because if we're applying breath to each one of those, there's no other way but to allow that breath to guide our path, which means moving with care and mindfulness and peace. All right. Let's begin rocking in circles wherever we're at right here in this seated position. And just begin starting to feel that connection of our mind and body, still maintaining that nice deep inhale and exhale, that 3-part breath. And go ahead and switch directions on those circles. And just start getting the first indication of how we're feeling our bodies moving today. That connection, those sensations in our body, how does it feel? How does it feel? as we come to stillness, go ahead and just lengthen our legs out in front of us. Nice long legs, toes toward the shins. Sit nice and tall. Staff pose, staff pose. Just think about just zipping it up from the crown of your head to your tailbone, core engaged. Sitting nice and tall, hip flexors engaged, top of those quads engaging, and toes toward the shins, dorsiflexion. Breathe. Lots of engagement right here for being a seated position. Now let's add some dynamic folds. Inhale, fan those arms up. Exhale and fold and just drape those hands alongside those legs and carry that exhale all the way through to our next inhale as we fan those arms up. And exhale, allow your body just to hinge as far forward as it just naturally will go. We're not forcing anything, but you might notice with each time that we do it, we're able to reach just a little bit further as those hamstrings begin to lengthen and warm up just a little bit. Good. Inhale and exhale. Keep at it. Inhale and exhale. A few more times. Carry that exhale all the way through to that next inhale as we sit tall. And exhale. One last time. Carry that inhale up. Reach for it. Exhale. Bring it through. Let's put a slight bend in those knees now, little bicycles. Let's bring our fingertips to our temples, elbows out there like Mickey Mouse arms, and then just opposite elbow toward opposite knee, still sitting tall, not crunching down to tap the knee. Okay, don't lean forward into it, just sit tall and rotate. Okay, opposite elbow and rotating towards opposite knee. Sit tall, sit tall. Let's go one more time, either direction right here. And then we'll pull forward and just give those legs a hug. Give those legs a hug. Okay, draw forward, lengthen that spine. Use those arms and the strength of those arms to give those legs a nice hug. All right. We're going to do a little bit of a dynamic boat, but we're going to tap the heels out and in. So from here, we're just going to lean back into it, tap the heels out, and then hug those knees in. Tap on out and hug those knees. A little bit of a core exercise right here. That's for sure. But heel to heel. We can also walk one foot at a time. Out, out, and in. Okay, so that's another way to get it done. Sit back. Extend. And there we go. All right. Keeping those knees a little bit bent right here. Let's bring those hands up nice and tall. Again, sitting nice and tall like we were in that staff pose. Steeple fingers right here. We're just going to point those steeple fingers hip bone to hip bone, side to side. Come on down, and then reach biceps in between, or ears between those biceps. Don't put those biceps between those ears. That would hurt. That would hurt. That would be a wrong approach to our anatomical structure. Ears between the biceps. Biceps around those ears. Reaching nice and high. Good stretch up top. A lot of core engagement. Awesome. One more time each side. Very nice. Come back down, hands to the side. A little bit bend in that left knee, lengthen that right leg, and then let's just open up that left leg out to the side. And a little dynamic fold here, single leg fold. Inhale up and exhale, reach. Again, the exhale carries us through. Give me two more just like that. So inhale and exhale. Two more. Inhale and exhale. One last time. All right, there we go. Now with that left knee, bring that knee up and sit tall into it. We're giving that leg just a nice little bit of a hug to bring it in. Awesome. And then take that right arm and just bring it around that leg. Bring the eye of that elbow in front of that left leg. And with our left hand, we're going to open up. So open and close. I apologize if you hear a lawnmower down in my basement right here and our neighbors mowing. I can hear it. But, you know, we just accept any sound as part of our practice, right? Inhale and exhale. Keep hugging that knee. Inhale and exhale one more time. Good. Reach forward, open up through our chest and shoulders, and exhale right back. Good thing there. Same thing other side. I'll just rotate around. Left leg long, right leg bent. Dynamic single leg folds. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, reach forward. Exhale. And sweep it through. Carry that exhale all the way back to that next inhale. Pacing movement and breath together. Again, that's how we connect them together. And that's how we know that we're changing our minds about our bodies. Because when we're mindful about that breath, and we're moving with the breath, and we're moving with care. There's no other way to do it. No other way to do it. Good. Just one more time right here. Let's bring that right knee up, foot to the inside of that left leg. Give that leg just a little bit of hug, bring it towards our heart center, and then the eye of that left elbow right across the front of that knee. Keep that hug nice and strong. Inhale that right hand open, and exhale right back, front and center. Good. Open, and front and center. Good. Couple more. Open, and got. Excellent. Open and close. One more. All right. Sitting right back again in that staff position. We're going to swim and we're going to kick. Okay, we do this sometimes in one of my classes in an upright position. Opposite hand swims through, kick opposite foot. Two opposite hands. No need for those hands and toes to touch. But lean forward and reach as far as you can. Whether that's the knees, the shins, the ankles, or the toes. Sitting tall, reaching forward, leaning forward, long spine. Good. A little mobility through those shoulders and a lot of core engagement. One more time on each side. Give me one more right, one more left, vice versa. Excellent job right there. Awesome. We're going to come to a standing position. Okay, I can guide us how to do that. Bring your feet out nice and wide to the edges of your mat. Dominant hand on the ground. Push into the ground. Lift your hips off the ground on the whole foot. And then reach your other hand forward and begin rocking and leaning forward to come onto those feet and on up. There we go. All right. See how that works? Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, feet hip distance apart. Inhale, nice and high. Exhale, and forward fold, nice long spine. On the way down, and just drop the crown of your head. Let's interlock those arms and just a little rock side to side. A little rock side to side. Just to loosen up through our lower back and get the weight of those arms to create a little bit of center of gravity so that we feel that stretch even at a deeper level. Awesome. A few more moments right here. And let's go ahead and release those hands and just let those hands drape down. Okay, wherever and however far they will go, just let that happen, okay? So whether you're touching your toes or the ground or right at your shins or ankles, that's fine. As an option, okay, let's try this. Put a deeper bend in those knees and crawl the hands onto the palms of your hand. Crawl the feet onto the palms of your hand. So the toes go all the way in towards the wrists, okay, and then they just step on your hands, especially the palms with the balls of your feet. Again, I got my knees bent right here, and then I'll just begin lengthening those knees, lifting my tailbone up towards the sky. This gives a nice sensation on the palms. There's a lot of subtle body sensations that come from the palms, and stretching and massaging in through our hands. And this is just one way to do that. I mean, you know, they're just hanging out there and we're just hanging out here, so why not, right? That's right. Okay. All right, let's release those hands from those feet. Come on out of that gorilla position, as it's called, gorilla posture. A little bend in those knees, and let's sweep those hands up nice and tall. And exhale to heart center. Let's begin stringing together our standing sun A. And so we'll inhale and shoot those hands up nice and tall. Exhale as we forward fold long spine on the way down. Inhale, drape those hands across those shins. Rest below the knees with those hands, nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold back down. Inhale, squeeze to the hamstrings and glutes and press into those feet. Drive your hips forward all the way up. I specifically say that so we don't put all the weight into our lower back. Okay, let's try that again. Inhale up and exhale and fold. Okay, inhale up, flat back, hands on those shins. Exhale, come on down back to that forward fold. Legs, push into those feet, drive those hips, squeeze those glutes. Inhale, exhale to heart center. 2 more like this. Inhale and exhale and fold. Inhale up to flat back and exhale, fold back down. Inhale, reach for it, nice and high, and exhale away from the sky. Inhale, reach up, nice, and into that sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up, flat back, and exhale, release on down. Inhale, sweep those hands, reversing that swan dive. All right, we're going to add a little windmill now, a little windmill twist. So maybe get those blocks prepared out right in front. If you want, inhale up. Exhale and forward fold. Stay in this forward fold. Right hand finds the block. Right knee deep bend. Left hand sweeps up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale that left hand down. Left knee bends. Inhale, right hand up. Reach nice and high. Good. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, drape those hands across those shins. Half lift. Exhale, come down. Inhale, sweep those hands nice and tall. And exhale right back to heart center. Let's do 3 more just like that with windmill. Inhale up and exhale and forward fold. Good. Right hand onto the block or mat. Inhale, left hand up, bend in that right knee. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right hand up, bend in that left knee. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, up, flat back. Exhale, sink into it, and inhale, sweep up nice and tall. Drive through those hips, squeeze those glutes, and engage those hamstrings. Inhale, up, and exhale. We got 2 more of these. On down. Inhale, or don't inhale. Inhale that right hand up. There we go. And then bring it down. Inhale that left hand up. And then bring it down. Inhale up, flat back. Yeah, and exhale, release on down. Inhale, sweep up nice and tall. And right back to heart center 1 more time. As we inhale and reach for it. And exhale, come on down. Yes, we're going to inhale again this time. Bring that right hand up. Reach for it. There we go. Exhale. Bring that hand down. Inhale, left hand up. Bring it down. Inhale, both hands on the shins. Flat back. Exhale. Sink into it. Inhale, sweep up. Nice and tall. And right back to our heart center. Awesome. Awesome. There we go. Okay, front of our mats, our first standing sequence. We'll start with warrior 1, right foot forward and left foot back. Both feet on the ground, heels to toes. Heels to toes. Left foot pointing out to the left side just a little bit, front knee towards those toes. Hips coming forward, not squaring up, shoulders squaring up, arms up, and shoulders down and away from those ears. We can also have our hands at heart center if that bothers our shoulders. I kind of have a new appreciation for this one. I just really enjoy it's kind of peaceful to have the hands right here. Okay, it kind of helps me stand nice and tall and sink in a little bit more so I feel that stretch. I don't know why this versus that does that, but it does that for me. And so I'm just playing around with it. Good. All right, from here we're going to open our arms up. We're going to bring them out nice and wide, and then squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as we lift our heart up, arch into our lower backs, press our hips forward, and lean back into this. Feel that squeeze. A little strengthening on those muscles that border our spine, all the way up between our shoulder blades in the middle and upper part of our back, and lengthening to our chest and shoulders, our abs, our core. Breathe in Exhale back to warrior one. Stand nice and tall. Step that back foot in. It's time to find pyramid pose. So we're going to zip up nice and tall. Breathe in. And then exhale, begin hinging. Keeping our hips and shoulders square to the front of our mats as we come on down. Nice long spine, crown of our head to our tailbone. And then we set those hands onto a block, onto a leg, or onto the ground, wherever our bodies are designed to carry us today. Okay, with that breath. And wherever we find that posture, that breath is still free-flowing. That's just another example of that connection. If we find that breath is constrained, if we find that breath is not as free-flowing as if we're having just a natural everyday conversation, then we ease back. We ease back and we find that breath. Find that flow. Where do you need to go? All right. Sinking into this. Give me 2 more inhales and exhales. Let's take a moment of silence and breathe through these. Staying right down here, we'll go to twisted triangle, left hand on the block or on the ground, or fingertips, and then right hand inhales up. Inhales up toward the sky. Okay, bear in mind that breath. This is one of those poses where that breath can get easily constrained. Okay, so if we find it constrained, that we're not able to breathe freely. Okay, a little bit less than freely is okay, but not at all is not okay. That's not okay, no bueno. All right, great stretch on the outside of those legs and the hips. Exhale, bring both hands down, bend in that front knee, stand tall, and we're switching to the other side. Left foot forward, right foot back. Warrior one. Again, both feet on the ground, heels to toes. Right foot pointing to the right side now. Front knee is pointing towards those left pinky toes. Hips slightly coming forward. Shoulders square, arms up. And rolling them down, or hands at heart center, or on your waist, or wherever you want those hands. You can put them in your pockets. Okay, you can wrap them behind your back. Okay, you can do Mickey Mouse ears. All right, enough messing around. Let's get warrior one. There we go. Warrior one, just a great posture, especially for just inching in to those hips, to start feeling that length through those hips and down to the front of our quad. Okay, all the way to that back heel. All right, we're going to open those arms now. Okay, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Arch that lower back. Engage those muscles that border our spine, those erector spinae as they're called. And squeeze between those shoulder blades up top toward the middle of our spine. And get those rhomboid and trapezius muscles. I sometimes call them trapezoids and rhombuses, but this is yoga and not geometry. And so we'll go with rhomboids and trapezius instead. Good. All right. Exhale, stand tall, right back to warrior one. Step forward with that back foot just a little bit. Square up, hips and shoulders to the front. Breathe in, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge pyramid pose. Good. Just crawl down the leg. Use the leg for support. Use that block if you have a block for support. Fingertips on the block, fingertips on the ground. And then settle in and surrender into a spot that feels right for you. Carry by that breath and just allow the crown of the head to fall, the spine around as we relax into it. Let's take 2 breaths together. Create some space for those breaths. Right hand stays on the block or floor or the leg. Left hand floats to the sky. Inhale it up. Twisted triangle, both feet on the ground, heels to toes. If anything lifts, it's likely that back heel, because we're leaning forward, and you just feel that body, our body just kind of shift a little bit forward as we get into this. That's natural. That's natural. Breathe. Exhale, both hands down, bend in that left knee, stands tall. Stand tall. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side now for this next sequence. I'm going to start again with Warrior One pose. Right foot forward, left foot back. Right foot forward, left foot back. So both heels to toes on the ground and trying to press through. Sometimes I get in the Warrior One and you see my pinky toe back there. It's just I'm on the inside or the edge of my foot versus the blade, which is the pinky toe side. Try and think about the pinky toe side of that foot pressing in. Okay? Hips coming forward, shoulders squared up, hands up, or heart center. Get that Warrior One again. And that front knee hovering right above the ankle. That's good stuff. And now let's get to a lean forward flight position. Hands back, lean in. Lean in. And just try to visualize that you're creating a straight line from the crown of your head to that back heel on the ground. Okay, this puts a little bit more energy onto that front leg, puts a little bit more burden or focus into our core, a little bit more responsibility to hold us right there as we roll those shoulders down and away from our ears. Just imagine those fingertips as if they're trying to reach back to that back heel. Awesome. From here, we're going to find right angle pose. So we already have some of that depth. Right forearm on top of the leg, avoid the knee, or bring that right forearm into the inside part of the leg to the ground as we stack and lift that top hand to our hip or up toward the sky. Good. We can also use that block that may be nearby and then extend that right angle, bring that bicep to the ear. Notice I didn't say bring the ear to the bicep because that would be wrong. That would really hurt. So bicep to the ear, we're not moving that head at all. Lengthen your body. Awesome. Next time we're ready for a nice big inhale, we'll go ahead and sweep that right hand all the way up to the sky. Reach it up nice and high. Reverse warrior, back hand. Just rest on the back leg, around our waist, or onto our tailbone. And then whenever we get that arm back there, maybe just draw that elbow back a little bit to get a deeper stretch on that back arm. Meanwhile, front knee's bent, and we're reaching nice and high with that right hand, lengthening the front side of our body, right knee hovering above the ankle. Good. Strong back foot, strong back leg. Keep that right hand right there as we lengthen the front leg. Reach even higher now. Inhale and reach higher. Reach through that shoulder, reach higher. Lengthen the front of our body, reach a little bit more. Time for triangle pose. Bring those arms back to Warrior Two. Inhale and then exhale and reach as far forward as you can. Lean, lean, lean. Hips go into the opposite direction. And then tip over. Good. Right hand above or below the knee onto the leg or find that block. Stack through those shoulders just like we did in that right angle pose. And try to feel a stretch up top through those ribs and down to the hip as well as in the inside part of that right leg. Good. You can look up, you can look down, you can look straight forward. Okay, just keep a nice neutral spine wherever we're at. Sometimes when we're just leaned over like this, the head just wants to fall. So we'll have a little bit of engagement, but just make sure it's in natural neck. Natural neck. Good. So we exhale, let's come right back up to Warrior Two. And then we'll switch to the other side. Good. All right. Switching to the other side, left foot forward, right foot back, Warrior One. Warrior One. Again, both heels to toes on the ground, pressing through that blade or pinky toe side of that foot, left knee hovering above the ankle. All right. Shall leave it to the outside so you can see that. All right, finding our Warrior One to begin with. Good tall posture. Good stretch on the front of that right leg. And then let's lean into it, sweep those arms back. Lean in, try and create that straight line. Just visualize that straight line, crown of the head to that back heel. Which means our abs, our core is engaged to stabilize us. We're feeling those hip flexors engaged just to kind of feel that connection. Moving from here, right angle pose. Left forearm on the leg again, avoid the knee or crawl that arm in. Okay, backhand to the hip or up toward the sky, or bicep overhead. Arm overhead, arm overhead, bicep to the ear. Just checking in, just making sure that we're opening up our heart and lifting. We're not closing down that shoulder. Typically, if we want to go deeper into this pose, or we get deeper into this pose, first thing to go is that shoulder starts dropping down and our heart starts pointing to the ground. We want our heart facing as if there's a flashlight right on our sternum pointing to the side of the room and not towards our mat. On the next biggest inhale, let's sweep that left hand up nice and high up towards the sky. Reverse warrior. Now that back foot's still in a warrior one foot at an angle. If it feels a little bit better to kind of just shift it out a little bit, make it more perpendicular like a warrior 2 foot. I didn't get us here through warrior 2. That's sometimes the purpose of getting into warrior 2 is just to adjust that back foot, preparing us for reverse warrior and right angle. That's oftentimes why they're done together so often. You'll see them a lot in my practice, kind of structured together or surrounding each other. Good. Keep that left hand reaching right there. Lengthen that leg. Keep that left hand reach even higher. Breathe in. Reach through the shoulders, through the ribs. Reach even higher. Good. Straight leg, reverse warrior. And then bring those arms out, warrior 2 arms. And let's begin reaching forward. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Hips going to the back. Arms going forward. Reach, reach, reach. When you feel like you can't reach any further, that's your body's way of saying, okay, we're done. We're done. So tip over and find that stability and surrender into it by breathing, Good stretch up top, good stretch on the inside part of that left leg, those adductor muscles. Stack through those shoulders and breathe. Good strong triangle, good strong feet on both. And there we go. Find our comfort in this pose. As we exhale, let's come back to warrior 2. Very nice. And then step on forward in front of our mat. And we're going to switch back to the other side. Oh, I think I'll stay facing forward this time. That will be helpful. Crescent pose. Crescent pose. Okay, right foot forward, left foot back. Left foot back. Both feet, all 10 toes, facing forward, back heel up off the ground. Let me show you that. Back heel lifted up off the ground. It's not on the ground, which gives us a really good stretch on those calves. We'll initially find crescent pose, squaring up hips and shoulders, now straight on to the front of our mat. Awesome. Then we're going to find a little 3-point balance. So we're going to hinge forward, hands in front of those feet, bring that left foot up toward the sky, and just pulse the heel. Just pulse the heel. Good. And as we pulse that heel, then we're going to draw that left knee towards our left elbow. Just bring it in. Bring it in towards that left elbow and float that heel right back. Good. Give me a total of 5 of those. Drawing those knees in. Okay, either to the left elbow, tricep, or to the nose. When we're done with 5 of those, we're going to set down those toes. There's a lot of things that rhyme with O's. And then runner's lunge. Runner's lunge. Let's try and keep the back knee up. If it's more comfortable to have it down, that's fine. And we're going to find twisted low lunge. As we stabilize that left hand, inhale that right hand up toward the sky. As we open up our heart to the right side, we reach and lift. Good. Trying to stack through those shoulders. Trying to watch that that right knee doesn't splay out to the side, that the whole foot stays on the ground, and that knee's coming towards our heart, and those legs are scissoring towards each other with that dynamic tension. Outstanding. As we come back forward, we're going to move towards a 3-point balance and then warrior 3. So we're going to come back to that 3-point balance, lengthen that front leg, lift that left heel, then peel those hands up off the ground, hands to the heart center initially, and then you can extend those hands forward, thumbs up toward the sky or back, those flight arms, as we keep our hips and shoulders square to the ground, to that mat beneath us, standing on one leg. Little adjustments, lifting that left heel a little bit more. Squeeze through the glute into our lower back. Draw those shoulders back and down, away from our ears with confidence. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, release. And come on down. Great job. Great job. Whew. All right. A lot of effort right there. Same thing other side. Left foot forward. Right foot back. Crescent pose. Crescent pose. Good. Sink into that crescent pose. Arms can be up or at heart center. Get all 10 toes facing forward. Back heel up and hips and shoulders are square. Good stuff. On our next exhale, we're going to lean forward, hands to the ground, 3-point balance, right heel up. And then just start pulsing that right heel, squeezing through the glutes. And then we're going to draw that right knee to right elbow or nose. Exhale, bring it in, and inhale, float it back up. 5 of those. Good. Lots of core and stability going on right there. When you're done with 5 of those, we're going to set that right foot back, finding runner's lunge. Nice and low, trying to keep the strength of our body, the weight of our body onto our legs, as opposed to the hands and wrists. We can easily be down here, pressing everything on those arms, or we can squeeze that core a little bit more, press those feet in, okay, and then have that strength of our legs supporting us. Twist and low lunge. Open up our hearts to the left side. Left hand sweeps up to the sky. Left knee coming towards the heart. Scissoring those legs. Beautiful thing right there. Great stretch. Strong stretch right there. Bring those hands right back out in front. We'll initially find 3-point balance, floating that right heel back up, and then peel those hands away. It's time to take flight into Warrior 3. Hands at heart center or forward. Or back in those flight arms. One more breath, inhale, and exhale, and release. All right, a lot of engagement happening on those legs right there. All right, standing balance. Pigeon is coming up from mountain pose. We're gonna keep our right foot on the ground. We're gonna point our left toes toward our shins, and then our knee and toes to the left side. Bring that left ankle above our right knee. Create that figure 4 shape and then just sit down. Sit down into it. Good. You can grab onto the leg like I'm doing there. Just adjust that foot around. Okay, and I've got the block out front in case you just want to lean forward and just focus on stretch versus balance. We get a little bit of both today. We breathe through this. Try to calm our mind, calm our breath, calm our body. Find that balance with our drishti or our eyes, our focal points, maybe just picking out a spot on the floor. Find the calm in the posture. One more inhale, and on that last exhale, boom, come on out. Great job. Okay, same thing. Other side. The sequel. Left foot down, right toes toward the shins, and then right knee and toes to the right side. Good. And then cross that right ankle above that left knee and begin sitting down into standing balance pigeon. Find that mind-body connection. How far or how high do we need to be? Where do we feel that sensation? Where's that right spot? So we're walking right up to the edge of too much. Are we staying away from the edge of and can't feel anything at all? Too little. Are we finding that middle, that sweet spot, that just right? This is your pose. Are you finding your pose? Inhale and exhale, release. All right. A little moving balance now. So we're going to do a heel lift. It's going to be more of a ballet heel and a knee lift. So right foot's going to be on the ground. I'm turning at an angle. My left foot and knee pointed to the left side, externally rotating the hip. Slight lean forward. I'm going to pulse my heel back twice and then draw my knee up towards the front, knees and toes. Good. So pulse, pulse back and hold the knee up. Pulse, pulse, and knee. All right, a little moving balance. Let's see how we do today with that. Squeeze through the glutes. Try to feel the lower back on those heel lifts. Pulse, pulse, and knee. Two more. Last one. We are done that side. Same thing. Other side, left foot on the ground. Knees, toes pointing to the left side or right side. Open up that right hip. Good. 2 heel lifts. Boom, boom. And right knee lift to the front. Slight lean forward. Strong left foot, strong left leg. Dig into our mat with those feet and those toes. Squeeze through the glutes and our lower back. 2 more. Last one. All right. There we go. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Little circles with those hips. That will help us shake it out. Same thing other side. This is like one of those hula dancers on your car dashboard. Also called Elvis pelvis, Elvis pelvis. Okay, thank you very much. All right, we're coming down onto the ground now. Coming down onto the ground. A little hula hoop. I don't know. All right. Single leg fold, right foot out front, left leg is bent. Left leg is bent. There we go. Reach up. Nice and tall. And exhale and forward fold. Reach as far as we can on that fold. When you can reach no further without forcing it, then we can just stabilize. We can use that foot, ankle or shin, or just rest those hands beside the leg. And then with each subsequent exhale, we can adjust and find a little bit more. We're not frozen in time on this pose. We can move around, releasing and sinking in even deeper. Good breaths right there. Feel more by the long, deep breaths. That inhale lifts, that exhale softens, allows us to sink in a little bit more. Very nice. As we exhale and release, let's bring that left knee up. Keep that foot to the inside or bring it to the outside, a little twist. That right elbow, the eye of the elbow gives that leg a hug and just turn and rotate. Stay tall, hold. Of course, in the beginning, we did this moving, this same pose. And at the end, it's more of an isometric, a hold. And that's on purpose. At the beginning, we want to get the body heated up. We want to get the body moving. But at the end of our practice, we want to really get the body cooling down. And the body's already heated up, so to hold these poses and get even deeper into them makes sense. Our body's prepared to do that. So we can get deeper into these holds. And we don't need the process to warm up those muscles. Good. Exhale back to front and center. Let's find deer pose. So bring a low letter S shape with those legs. And then bring the instep of your right foot right in front of that left knee, okay? All right, and from here, that left hand is going to come to the outside of the right leg, right hand on the ground behind you, and rotate in the other direction. Try to stay as tall as you can, crown of your head through to your tailbone. So this is deer twist. This is twisted deer. Now you might be feeling this across the top of that left quad. You might be feeling this through the ribs on the right side, and then the side of your body, through those external obliques. There's multiple ways to feel this. You might be feeling the strength of this pose as well. Exhale and come back front and center. Sweep that left leg around. Same thing, other side. Inhale. And exhale, reach as far as you can reach. And then stabilize. Grab it onto the foot, ankle, or shin, if that's comfortable for you. Just don't use it to jam into it. We're not pulling on that. We're just allowing our body to carry forward as far as it'll naturally go. We use the breath to get there, and then we use the breath to get a little bit more out of it. Each inhale we lift, each exhale sink in deeper. Making any shifts, making any adjustments on the exhales, as those exhales naturally soften our body and allow for that movement to be more safe. Good. Exhale, release. Right knee comes up, foot to the inside or outside. Left eye of the elbow wraps right around the front of that knee. Right hand behind us, sit tall and rotate. And again, we're not freeze framed in this one either. We're not just staying in a frozen pose. We're breathing in, lifting. Exhale, maybe turning more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, and rotate. Staying still as tall as we can. Crown of our head to our tailbone. As we come out of this, come back front and center. Make that letter S with our legs and then draw the instep of that left foot right in front of that right knee, as if it just kind of fits there. Right hand in front of that left knee, left hand behind you, and stay tall as we turn and rotate. And go ahead and push that right hand into that left knee. So that left knee pushes that left foot into that right knee. I'm going to get a little bit more stretch at the top of that right leg. And then through this twist, you might feel the left side of your body getting a nice stretch through those ribs and external obliques. Depending how tall we're staying. Good. And then exhale, come right back, front and center. All right. Let's head on to our backs. It's on to our backs, a little bit more rotation, a little bit more twisting. Okay, really wringing it out this morning. Okay, as we come onto our back safely, really grab around those knees or interlocking those ankles. All right, draw those knees to our chest. Give those knees a little squeeze. All right, so then release the right leg. Release the right leg all the way out, bringing that right heel to the ground. Right hand drapes across that left knee, and that left knee comes across the body. And bring it all the way. Maybe adjust those hips so they're perpendicular to the ground, and then lengthen your left arm and look at the left hand away from the direction that left leg is going. Play around a little bit with that right leg and just lengthen it out so that we're creating almost a 90-degree angle between that left leg cutting across and that right leg pointing straight out. And then breathe. That breath. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Sink in. Soften. Adjust a little bit more. Might be feeling some pops. Might be feeling some Rice Krispies in that spine. That's okay. Some snap, crackle, and pops. That's natural. Don't let it freak you out. Don't let it stress you out. One more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Come back to center. Knees to chest. Release that lower back. Really wrap those arms around and hold this here for just a little bit. All right, now let's release that left leg, lengthen that left leg all the way out, left heel to the ground. Very nice, left hand then drapes across that right knee. And then draw that right knee across our body, stacking those hips and extending that hand out, that right hand out to the side and looking at that right hand away from the direction our knee's going. Inhale, a little lift, natural's body lift. Our body's natural lift. Just inverted that sentence, that's pretty good. The body's natural lift, not the natural's body lift. Who knows? All right, and then on the exhale, soften in, sink in. Couple more breaths here. Inhale, lift, exhale, soften. Very nice. Let's roll back onto our backs, knees to chest. We're going to stay right here for just a moment, just play around with this pose. So let's really try and get a good grasp of those hands to wrists, around those knees, drawing those knees closer to our hearts. And then just think about our breath and our upper body. Lengthen, try and draw those shoulders down towards our mat. Okay, they're arching up and we're curling up into a ball. We're trying to lengthen up top, shoulders down. And still having those knees toward our chest. Try that again, inhale. Nice and long upper body, knees to chest. Two more. And then last time, inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and sprawl out. So let's find Shavasana, final relaxation. Sprawl out onto our mats, lengthen all the way out. Hands to the side, arms to the side, heels down, toes and feet opening up just naturally. And let's seek that most relaxing position you can find right now. Right here in this moment. Mind and body in the present. Let's find that presence. I apologize I didn't mention the playlist at the beginning of your class. If you happen to be following along, Faded is the Shavasana song. I'm going to dim the lights and continue to guide us. As we find this posture, as we find this space, this final relaxation. Sometimes the most challenging pose, even though physically, one of the most comforting, and oftentimes the most rewarding. Because we know what we've done that has preceded this pose has been something that allowed us to create that mind and body and spirit connection, that unification, to be right here in the present. And as we're focusing on the presence, allowing this thing we call yoga to be this tool that allows us to use our minds and to change our minds about our bodies. To use the connection with our bodies so we feel the presence of our bodies, the physicality of our bodies, the sensations that our bodies speak in, so that we can make the most appropriate choices to honor our bodies and accept our bodies where we're at, meeting ourselves right where we're at. Finish with a few cleansing breaths. And our closing message. By being in the present, we learn to pour ourselves into every moment. And by learning to do so, as we pour ourselves into each moment, our life will reveal so much more. It becomes more open to us, more aware to us, more rewarding, and more enriching. Find that moment for you. I honor the love and light in each of you as it's also within me. Namaste.